When I'm Not Podcasting is back. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. I'm so thankful for all of you that actually catch this program, the short form program, which is When I'm Not Podcasting, which I just talk about everything that's not part of my other podcasts, which is the Wrestling is Real podcast and the Broadcasters podcast. Now, I hope you're going to take a look at all that for yourself. You can also look for everything that I do at kingofpodcasts.com. Again, that's kingofpodcasts.com. And there's so much you can learn about what's there of all that I'm working on. I put it all on one page for all of you to go and check out for yourselves. Now on to our feature story. Spotify says you can watch music videos and documentaries on its platform. Not yet, but you're going to. Music Business Worldwide reports this, that while official music videos have been added to Facebook in the United States, Apple launched a 24-hour music TV channel called Apple Music TV in October. YouTube revealed last month that 2 billion of its logged-in users are now listening to music on the platform each month. Amazon Music Unlimited subscribers can now stream music videos on the platform of theirs. So there's so much of videos going on, so much of visual content. So Spotify wants to get in on the party. So they're going to be the one other place they can go ahead and dance and watch videos as whatnot. So Spotify is investing heavily in podcasts and spoken word originals and appears to be ramping up their visual content offerings. Well, if they bought Joe Rogan, they're going to want to see Joe Rogan in that, space studio of his doing a show. Because they're already watching it on YouTube, eventually it's going to move over. That's the whole idea of it. And there's a lot of podcasters that already do their shows on video. Now, you may ask yourself, King of Podcasts, didn't you do it on video too? Yeah, and I can still do it. But, it's, again, I'm better at my voice. I'm a radio guy. It doesn't mean I can't be on video, but it's just I felt better when I did it on radio because I was too concerned with having to get the light right and get everything else all set up and get the green screen up. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that all. It was too much work. Plus having to go and edit it down and make sure everything was done right. Like I like the radio format because audio format's just better. It's just easier for me because then I can just cut it and edit it down pretty easily. It's what I've been doing for a long time. So, I did try the video part out and, maybe there's what I'm going to be doing is some of my stuff on the YouTube channel, which some of you, if you haven't caught it there, youtube.com/JBRASCO951. If you go there, you might see some visual content of mine, but it'll be interviews that I will have done with somebody else on video. So I'm not necessarily going to go and do them myself where I'm just going to have it, where everything's going to be like that. I just think the interviews that I do, that's something that's worth watching back and forth. Watching me with a guest. That's probably a little more interesting. And there are some interviews I've had so far that I have posted that way. And a lot of interviews I've done for my Broadcasters podcast, I'm going to put them out full length, no commercials. And I'm going to just put up the video version straight up for everybody to go and catch for themselves. So you can catch that. But when it comes to visual content, it's always about, and I make this as a point, as a tutorial for all of you. If you're going to do it, have a reason to. Now, in some cases, the guests, we like to see that. And we like to see what guests are doing on the air on the show. Because of the idea where Howard Stern really brought that out the light. He's the first one to make this format what it is today. If not for him doing his show in the radio studio like he did, we would have never gotten to this point. But now we've seen for 25 years how that would work. And that's why people keep doing it today. If you watch on YouTube or Periscope, which is going away, but Twitter Live or Facebook Live, you see people doing like that all the time. Even Twitch. It's just what they're doing out there. It's what people feel like doing. Now, either which way. So they did try to expand into video a few years ago. Spotify tried and did officially launch video podcasts globally in July. But there's been a report that music videos could be coming to the platform back in May because there was word that Spotify was testing a video tab on the now playing screen of its app. Just recently in December, it was reported that Snapchat style stories are being added alongside some Spotify playlists. But no announcement has been coming from Spotify to indicate the full official music videos will be launching on the platform. Spotify is saying that they are coming in addition to documentaries and exclusive video series. That's according to Spotify. So we're still waiting on it. And they go into some more information about who's talking about what, which is fine. But the idea is everybody wants to get involved in this. Now, the Spotify version of having the visual content is for their podcast. And if they're getting their podcasts up in a visual form, then they want to be able to have it where the music videos go for the same thing. It's just if they're able to get the technology on the platform, which everybody else can do, if Spotify is able to go ahead and accomplish that. My only problem is that Spotify should make a video version of it. I mean, they have other versions of their app, but they should have a video app. Like to go ahead and put on the Spotify music app would be a mistake. I hope they will not do that. I mean, it's already rough enough where you see where Twitter and Facebook have trouble trying to use video in their content. You just can't put it all in one. I think they just need to go and make it a separate thing where Spotify podcasts becomes their own channel, or just becomes it's like just Spotify video. And Spotify video offers music videos, podcasts, and other things. And then put that at a premium. Like make that a separate pipeline of monetization. I hope they consider that, because that would be the best way to go. And if you want to put some video content and put it in freeware, in a freemium software like you normally do now, where you offer Spotify an ad laden version for free, then go ahead and put ads in there. Put the pre-rolls in. Why not? People will still go ahead and consume that content, but you don't want to mess with the bread and butter that works. The one that's bringing all the music over and bringing everything else over. Because remember, also doing by the video, you're also going to get people to go ahead and attach to both. But what you do is you can have them then running on the same servers, I would imagine, so that you can go ahead and aggregate statistics. That'll go towards the charts, that'll go towards the record labels, that'll go towards whatever else they want to use it for data and analytics. That's the idea of that. So anyway, keep an eye if music videos come soon to Spotify. And until then, I'll talk to you next time.